everyone, welcome to L3S. In this session we will discuss about simple interest and compound interest part 2. Mainly we will emphasize on compound interest in this session, and in part 1 we discussed already about simple interest and difference between simple interest and compound interest and some exercises of simple interest. So please watch part 1 first, then please go through part 2. That will be more beneficial. So let's get started. Contents. First we will discuss compound interest concept, then compound interest formula and examples, then compound interest exercises, basic and intermediate level. Compound interest concept. Compound interest is calculated on principal and previous interest on interest, and whereas simple interest is calculated only on principal amount. So if we do one example, it will be more clear. Say principal amount borrowed is rupees 10,000, then rate of interest is 10% and time period is 2 years. Now simple interest after 1 year will be, if it is 10%, so it will be 10 by 100 into principal amount, that is 10,000. We are doing this without using the formula. So simple interest after 1 year will be 1,000 rupees. Similarly, compound interest after 1 year will be, it will be same. It will not start compounding just up to 1 year. It will be 10 by 100 into 10,000, that will be 1,000 also. Now simple interest after 2 years, it will be simple interest of first year plus 10 by 100 into 10,000. So it will be 1,000 plus 1,000. It will be same. First year will be 1,000, second year will be also 1,000. So total will be 2,000. So simple interest after 2 years will be simple interest amount will be after 2 years will be 10,000 plus 2,000. 2,000 is the interest, 10,000 is this is the principal amount, and this is the simple interest. So it will be the amount 12,000. Now compound interest after 2 years. First year it will be 1,000, and second year, in the second year what happened, principal amount plus interest will be 10,000 plus 1,000, that will be 11,000. Now compound interest will be 10% of this P plus I, which is equal to 11,000. So that will be 10 by 100 into 11,000. So this will be 1,100. So second year compound interest will be 1,100, and first year CI will be 1,000. So total will be 1,000 plus 1,100, 2,100. So 10,000 is the amount original plus 2,100. So it will be 12,100. And whereas simple interest will be simply 12,000. So this is the difference. In the first case, simple interest, we are simply adding 10% for each year. So we will get 1,000 each year. If it is 3 years simple interest, we will get 10,000 plus 3,000. But compound interest will be more, because it will be considered principal amount plus interest every year. So accordingly we'll get 12,100 after 2 years, and for simple interest after 2 years will be 12,000. So it will be calculated similarly for more years. So this is the concept. Compound interest is always more than the simple interest because we are considering principal amount plus interest on interest, so it will be definitely more than simple interest every time. Now where it is applied, application of compound interest is practically done in fixed deposit calculation, recurring deposit, credit card, recurring deposit, home loans, long-term bank saving, mutual fund, stock market, business profit reinvestment, increase or decrease in population calculation. In this case also we can use this formula. The growth of bacteria if the rate of growth is known, depreciation of items, the value of an item if its price increases or decreases in the intermediate years. In all this kind of situation we can use compound interest. Important formulas of compound interest. So the main formula is amount, compound interest amount is P1 plus R by 100 to the power T. R is the rate of interest, P is the principal amount, T is the time period or number of years, time duration in years. Now if it is half yearly compounded, then if we consider it is half yearly compounded, then R will be equal to R by 2, T will be equal to 2T. So this formula, if we compounded half yearly, it will become P plus R by 200 because R by 2, and T become 2 into T, like this. So this formula we have to remember. First important formula is this one, then half yearly compounded, then we have to use this formula, and it is quarterly compounded. In that case R will be become R by 4, T will be become 4T in this case. So amount will be P1 plus R by 400, and this will be 4T. This will be the formula. Example 1, basic CI yearly. Say P is 5,000, R is 10%, T is equal to 2 year. So this formula will be P, amount will be P1 plus R by 100 by T. So P is 5,000 rupees, 1 plus R is 10 by 100, and T is 2 years. So 5,000, this will be 1.1 whole square. So this will be equal to, if we 1.1 whole square will get 1.21. So 5,000 into 1.21, and this will be equal to 6050. And what will be the compound interest? A minus P. So this will be 6050 minus 5,000. So that will be 1050. This is how we have to do it. Now if it is, we'll see one example for half yearly. Say calculate the final amount and the compound interest earned on an investment of rupees 4,000 for 2 years at an annual interest rate of 10% compounded half yearly. So what is the formula we have to use here? We already know it is the same formula, but half yearly R by 200, this is 2T. So P is 4000 in this case, T is 2 years, and R is 10%. 10 by 100, and this will be 2 into 2, 4. So if we simplify this, we'll get rupees 4862, and CI will be 4862 minus 4000 equal to rupees 862. Another example, you have invested rupees 1000 in a bank where your amount gets compounded quarterly at 5% annual interest. Then what is the amount you get after 10 years? So in this case, P is equal to 1000, then R is 5 by 4, so 5 by 4%, T is equal to 4 into 10, 40. So we know the formula is A is equal to P into R by 400 if it is quarterly, compounded. So this will be the formula. So 1000 1 plus R is equal to 10. Sorry, R is equal to 5, not 10. 5 by 400 by 4 into T, that is 40. So if we simplify, we'll get it 1643. And CI will be A minus P equal to 643. Another important formula is when rate of interest is same, when rate of interest R is same, we have to calculate difference between CI and SI. So if we know R, we have to know R, and then the difference CI and SI we can directly find out if time period is T is equal to 2 years. In that case, this difference is P R by 100 square. We have to remember this formula. Then this kind of problem we can solve it immediately using this formula. So when it is time period is 2 years, R is same, difference between compound interest and simple interest will be P into R by 100 square. And when T is equal to 3 years, R is equal to same, then difference CI minus SI will be P into R square 300 plus R by 100 cube. This will be the formula. So this is a simple, find the difference between SI and CI. Then at 10%, R is equal to 10%, T is equal to 3 years, and P is equal to 5000. So the difference between CI and SI, it will be this formula, P R square 300 plus R by 100 cube. So if we put P is equal to 5000, R is equal to 10 square, 10 into 10, then 300 plus R divided by 100 cube. So if we simplify it, we'll get it 155,000 and 000 divided by 1 million. So finally we'll get rupees 155 when we simplify it. So these two formula also very important. If this kind of problem coming, immediately we can apply this formula and solve it easily. Now we'll discuss compound interest exercises. What would be the compound interest occurred on an amount of rupees 8,000 at the rate of 15% in 3 years? So here, which are the data given? Amount is given, P is given here, 8,000 rupees 8,000. Then time period is 3 years. It is in years. Rate of interest is 15%. So all the required data are there. So it is a straightforward question. So we have to find out the compound interest. We know the amount formula, P 1 plus R by 100 to the power T. After finding a amount, we can find out the CI. So P will be 8,000, 1 plus 15 by 100 to the power 3. (8,000) into 1 plus 15 by 100 is equal to 115 by 100. This will be 115 by 100 into 115 by 100, 3 times. So when we simplify it, we will get 12,162. Now easily we can find out compound interest, which is A minus P. So 12,162 minus 8,000. So this will be 416. Sorry, this is 4167. So we'll get 41. This will be 7. 4167. So this will be the correct answer. So it is a straightforward question. We have all the data, so easily we can find out. Next question. At what rate of compound interest per annum will be a sum of 1200 become 1348.32 in 2 years? So here what is given? P is, it is the initial amount, that is 1200. A is 1348.32. A is equal to 1348.32. P is equal to 1200 and T is equal to 2 years. So what we have to find out R. So we can use this formula. So A equal to 1348.32, 1200, 1 plus R by 100 into 2. So we can take 1200 here, 1348.32 by 1200 is equal to 1 plus R by 100 to the power 2. This is 1.1236. Now if we take root over here, these two will be cancelled. It will be 1 plus R by 100. Okay, let's continue this side. Okay, let's rub that upward. Root over 1.1 1236 equal to 1.06 is equal to 1 plus R by 100. So R will be equal to 6. So it will be 6%. Next question, the population obesity was 20,000 in the year 1997. So it increased at the rate of 5%, R is equal to 5%, P is equal to 20,000. Find the population at the end of the year 2000. So what is the time period will be 2000 minus 1997. So this will be 3 years. This is from 2000, 1997 to 2000. R is given 5% and P is given 20,000. So we have to find out population at the end of 2000. So that will be 20,000 by 3. We can write like this, equal to 105 by 100, 5 by 100, 105 by 100. Now we have to simplify, and when we simplify multiplication and division, we'll get 23,153. This will be the answer. Next question, a scooter was bought at rupees 42,000. Its value depreciated at the rate of 8% per annum. Find its value after 1 year. In case of depreciation, the same formula we can use, but it will be minus 1 minus R by, because it will decrease, that is why it will be, instead of plus here, it will be minus for depreciation. Please remember this. So scooter was bought at 42,000. So instead of P, we can write 42,000. Its value depreciated at the rate of 8%. R is 8%. P, we can use 42,000. R 8%. And T will be 1 year. What will be the value after 1 year? So 42,000 minus 1 into 92 by 100. So you will get 38,640. You have to multiply, 0 cancel, 420 into 92. If you multiply, you will get 38,640, and that will be the answer. It was, the price of scooter was 42,000 rupees. Then it depreciated, and after 1 year, its price value will be 38,640. Next question. The difference between CI and SI on a certain sum of money for 3 years at 5% per annum is rupees 122. Find the sum invested. So we have seen one formula, difference between CI and SI for 3 years. And let's see the formula. This is the formula. D is equal to P R square 300 plus R by 100 cube. The same formula we can use here. So D is given here. How much? Rupees 122. Then T is given 3 year. R is equal to 5%. So we have to find out P here. So we know D is equal to P into R square by 100 cube. So P 122 by 100 cube. That means 100 into 100. So we can do cross multiply and we can find out P easily. So this will be 122 into 1, how much? 0 to 6 by 25 into 305. So we simplify it and we'll get 16,000 here. This will be the answer. Next question, the simple interest on a certain sum for 3 years at 12% per annum is rupees 6,750. What is the compound interest on the same sum for 2 years at 20% per annum if the interest is compounded half yearly? Here data is given. T is equal to 3 years. R is 12% per annum. Simple interest is 6750. So we can find out here what is the P. After that, we have to find out compound interest of the same amount for 2 years at 20%. So let's find out from this formula. SI is equal to, P R T by 100. From here, we have to find out P. We know R, we know T. So P SI is equal to 6750 is equal to P into 3 into 12 by 100. So 6750 into 100 by 12 into 3, 36 equal to P. So if we simplify it, we'll get this equal to 18,750. So we got now P. Now we have to find out the value of compound interest half yearly. So P we got 18750. Now we have to find out half yearly. So for half yearly, we know amount is P 1 plus R by 200 by 2T. And CI is, we know, A minus B. So this will be P1 plus 2t minus P. We know P 1 plus R by 200, that is 1 plus 20 by 200, and this 2 into, this is for compound interest for 2 years, so 2 into 2 minus 18,750. Now we simplify it and we'll get 8702, which is option B. Next question, if a sum of money at a compound interest amount to thrice itself in 3 years, then in how many years it will be 9 times itself? So first, what they are saying, sum of money at a compound interest amounts to thrice itself in 3 years. So A is equal to 3 into P in initial case. So what is telling? A equal to 3P equal to P 1 plus R by 100 to the power, this is 3 years. We know this one. So PP, we can cancel. So 3 equal to 1 plus R by 100 into power 3. Now they are asking in how many years it will be 9 times itself. So they are telling 9P P 1 plus R by 100 to the power n. Now 9P means, now PP cancel. So instead of 9, we can write 3 square. So here we can write instead of 3, we can write 1 plus R to the power 100. 3 equal to 1 plus R to the power 100 to the power, to the power 3. We know this. So instead of 3, we can write 1 plus R to the power 100, 3, but this is 3 square, so 3 into 2. Now 1 plus R to the power 100 to the power n equal to 1 plus R to the power 100 to the power 3 into 2. So this is same and equal, so we can write 3 into 2. So n is equal to 6. N is equal to 6 years. So this is the correct option. Next question. If a sum of money at compound interest amounts to thrice itself in 3 years, then how many years it will be? 9 times. Sorry, it is the same question. Mohan borrowed 18,000 rupees at 10% simple interest and then lent it to Sohan at 10% compound interest. After 3 years, he will earn a profit of. So here Mohan borrowed P 18,000 or 10%, Then lend it to so on at 10% CI. After 3 years you will earn a profit of. So what will be the simple interest? $100. So this will be 5,000. Simple interest is 5,400. So when if you the given simple interest, he borrowed it with simple interest. Now, but he gave it in CI. So in CI, how much will be he will get? So after 3 years, amount A will be R is equal to 10 to the power 3. So if we simplify, we'll get it 23,958. But what will be the CI? 23,958 minus 18,000. That is 5,958. Now the difference CI and SI, that will be the difference, and that will be 5,958 minus 5,400. So this will be 558, and this is option A. Another way we can do it for 3 years difference formula, the one we have done previously, we can directly also do that way. Question 10. What is the difference between SI and CI on rupees 7,300 at the rate of 6% in 2 years? Now difference of CI and SI in 2 years, that formula is D is equal to P R by 100 square. We found it before. So P is in this case 7,300 and R is given 6 by 100 square. So this will come simply, if we simplify, 26.28. So that will be option B. This is how we have to do it. Next question. The compound interest accrued on an amount of 25,500 at the end of 3 years is 8,440.5. What would be the simple interest accrued on the same amount at the same rate at the same period? The compound interest accrued, so on an amount of at the end of 3 years, so he is given 8,440.5 is equal to 25,500 P 1 plus R is not given at the end of 3 years, so it is 3 years, minus P 25,500. So we can take 25,500 this side and we can simplify it and we'll get R is equal to 10% if we simplify it. See the step here. Then once we got the R, what would be the simple interest accrued on the same amount at the same rate at the same period? So that will be this telling the same amount at the same rate at the same period. So simple interest will be P, rate of interest we found out 10, this is 3 by 100. So this coming 7650. A principal of 10,000 after 2 years compounded annually, the rate of interest being 10% per annum during the first year and 12% per annum during the second year. Amount will amount to be, so P is given here 10,000 after 2 years compounded annually, the rate of interest being 10%. During the first year, rate of interest being 10% during the first year. So first year rate of interest is 10% and 12% during second year. The amount will be, okay. So first A will be, say A1 first year will be, principal is 10,000, 1 plus R is how much? Rate of 10%, 10 by 100, then first year it is 1. So this will be 11,000. Now second year principal amount will be this much, 11,000. 1 plus rate of interest, it will be 12%. So it will be 12 by 100 and it is also for 1 year. So this will come 112 by 100, 11,000, 100, simplify it, 112 into 110 will get 12,320. So 12,230, this will be the correct answer. Next question, a man borrows rupees 4,000 at 20% rate of CI. After each year he pays back 1,500. How much total does he have to pay at the end of 3 years to clear all dues? So a man borrows 4,000 at 20% rate of CI. So after first year, the amount he will pay, pays back A minus 1,500 because they're telling he have to pay back 1,500 for each year. So first we'll find out the amount for 4,000, 1 plus R here is 20, 1 minus 1,500, and this is equal to 2460. So after second year, this amount will be 4,800 minus 1,500, which is equal to 3300. That is after first year. Now after second year, the amount will be 3300 and rate of interest will be same, sorry, 20 by 100. So this will come, this one minus 1500, sorry, $20 by 100 minus 1500, and this will come 2460. So after second year, after deducting 1500, we will get 2460. Now third year, after third year, it will come, P will be 2460, rate is same, and we have to clear all the dues. So 1500 no need to minus, this whatever it will come, this whole amount we have to pay him to clear all the dues, and it will come, if we simplify, it will come 2952, and this will be, this is the process how you have to do this kind of problem. That's all for today. Thank you. Hope you will understand the questions, formulas, and the way it have to be solve the problems. And we'll do intermediate and advanced session for the compound interest and simple interest in upcoming sessions. Till then, thank you. Please like, share, and subscribe to L3S for more content in future. Thank you.